The Bible clearly brings love to the forefront when you read through the words of Jesus and the words of God in the Old Testament. For example, if you look at John chapter 15, verse 13, Jesus says, he says, greater love has no one than this, that one would lay down his life for his friend, the one he loves. In other words, Jesus was saying, it's love that would make someone do something crazy. It's love that would make someone to give up. It's love that would make someone to sacrifice, to be able to obey. Love is the core, is what Jesus was saying. Matthew 22, verse 37 said to the disciples who were gathered there, he said, you are to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Now this was quoted from the Old Testament, from the book of Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 onwards, these are the words that God spoke to the children of Israel, and he says these words. He says, hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. These words which I'm commanding you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your sons. Talk to them when you sit down in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and on the front of your forehead. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. And what were they writing? They were writing this: the Lord is one, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and your soul, and your might. This is what relationship has always been about. So Jesus comes around and he's teaching the children of Israel. He's helping them to understand the Father. And Jesus says these words in the Gospel of John. Jesus says in John chapter 14, verse 15, Jesus says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. If you love me, you'll keep my commandments. You jump to verse 21. Jesus says, he who has my commandments and keeps them is the one who loves me. It's kind of inverted. He says, he who loves me keeps my commandments. If you keep my commandments and do what I say, then you love me. He who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and disclose myself to him. Verse 23 says, if anyone loves me, he'll keep my word. My Father will love him. We will come to him, and our abode will be with him. And verse 28 says, if you love me, you would have rejoiced because I go to the Father. In other words, all of the teachings of Christ can be summarized with a call to love. A call to love God supremely. A call to love God unconditionally. To fully follow him passionately because of our love for him.